What's going on, guys? I know the setting is a little different right now. It's about like noon. I've been working since 10:30 p.m. last night. Well, it wasn't all work. I had to stop by to take care of some business at HR. All good things, thankfully. But this has nothing to do with that and everything to do with my BMW 435. Now, I am not speaking to you guys from the 435. I'm speaking to you guys from the Hot Boy Honda. You guys take some time to get acquainted with that. I don't really know if I'll make videos of the Honda. We'll see. Maybe maintenance videos, maybe hooning around. I don't know, but this is pretty much the car that will carry the tools and stuff like that. Yeah, so the BMW 435 is actually in the driveway on a set of ramps. Yes, the 435 is on a set of ramps yet again. However, it's not as bad as you think. Sit rep. I am actually going to attempt to buff as much as I can out. I'm going to be showing you guys how to kind of like patch up a job if someone destroys your bumper like mine is destroyed. I will say, guys, this is not going to be the final product. I'm not going to leave my bumper like this. I am going to get it either replaced or repaired, however they can do it. But I just figured, why not make a video showing you guys, you know, if you don't have a lot of cash, you know, you might have a little buffer or something like that, how to touch it up, how to make it look as good as you can without paying the shop to redo it. So hope you guys look forward to that video, but let's continue with this. I took off the underbelly pan, because I'm experiencing a boost leak. You might want to spend a little extra cash. You know, VRSF, the parts seem to be decent. However, I keep having the intercooler's okay, a couple fitment issues here and there, but that's kind of the quality I expect at the price point that you pay. It's good for how much it costs, you know. And it's Chargepipe does work, it is effective. However, I keep finding myself having to adjust it from time to time. I'm getting a whining sound. I'm going to adjust the coupler down in the middle. Hopefully I didn't tighten it too much. Hopefully it's not tightened too loose. But what I'm gonna go ahead and do is I am going to go ahead and readjust it and search for this boost leak. Now, originally, I'm not sure if I have a sound of that, but it's like a whining, almost like a supercharger sound. And originally I inspected it, and first thing I pulled this off because I'm thinking it's the O-ring around this seal. I mean, it's the O-ring that seals around the charge pipe to the throttle body. However, that thing is on there pretty tight and don't look like it's going anywhere. So I'm just browsing and browsing. Oh, look what I found. And I don't know how this happened. I swear I torqued it, but I probably didn't. The T-map sensor is supposed to have 2 screws. You see you have one little rusted one down there, and this one is missing. So what that does is it allows air to creep in and out of there. That can affect your car's idle. 1, it might idle a little jumpy, and 2, when boost gets in there, especially as much boost as we're pushing, it might tend to push out a little bit and make that sound because it's not getting a good seal. I don't know where that bolt went. I'm gonna try to find one like it. Might have to go to the dealership. I hope not, but there's the problem. I'm glad I found it. I'm still gonna readjust the clamp down there, the coupler, because the issue that I'm having with that is it gets a little too close to the steering rack on decel when you're making a hard right, or just something that I guess will move the rack around a bit. It tends to rub against the rack and you can feel it in the steering. It's happened to me a couple times. I wasn't quite sure exactly what it was, but once I moved once I repositioned the charge pipe, it was perfectly fine. Everything was good. So that's what I'm going to do again, guys. So essentially what I was using is a 8mm to take off the belly pan bolts, which is not a lot of them, belly pan screws, sorry. And I'm going to be using a 10mm, an extension, and a 1/4 inch ratchet, along with the light to adjust the 2 nuts on the charge pipe. Well, to loosen off the 2 nuts on the charge pipe. It's a silicone coupler, and adjust them. I'll show you guys. Don't know if you guys are getting a good shot, but that is essentially the Chargepipe silicone. You see with the nut sticking off right here, and the other side is right up here. Now you can see it's pretty close to the motor. It's not really touching it, and that's not really the issue. The issue is right up there in the corner. You can see it's slightly touching up against that steering rack, and I'm getting vibrations, and it's a little annoying. So I'm gonna go ahead and handle that situation. Like I said, this gets annoying after a while. I mean, I could be putting the clamps on too tight, could be putting them too loose. However, I'm just documenting you guys the issues that I'm having. So essentially what I did was I just separated these two couplers. You can see right there where it was hitting the steering rack, and I just kind of pushed them closer together, lifted both sides, and kind of pushed it so I have a little bit of clearance in there, and we'll see how it goes from there. So let me just button up everything and I'll get back to you guys. Now guys, do not count the screws because all of them ain't exactly here. There's another freaking screw. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with Obsessed Garage or Matt Mormon, but this is kind of looking like a budget version of him right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some 70% isopropyl alcohol, and I'm just going to really just do like wipe it down a bit. Get as much of dirt off as I can. Now I know that there's a lot of dirt on here, and isopropyl alcohol is not going to remove every single thing, you know, and I am rubbing dirt back and forth across the paint. I want to reiterate to you guys that I will be replacing or repairing the bumper. Obviously the whole thing's gonna get repainted. I'm just showing you guys, you know, if you're in a budget or, you know, something like this unfortunate happened. That's before. I don't know if you guys can see it. This is before. And essentially, some things like these deep scratches, I know I'm not gonna be able to get out. These cracks right here in the bumper, I know I'm not. But these, like abrasion marks right here, like, you know, the things that you cannot feel. So if I were to take my fingernail and go across it, I can't feel these marks right here. I can feel this, and this is definitely not going to be taken care of with the polisher. However, these see these marks right here, we should be able to do without them. That, and I'm going to go ahead and grab my Torx RA or dual DA polisher. I forgot what you call it. I got this for Christmas. It's probably one of the best Christmas gifts that I got. The most coarse stuff I have, which is Chemical Guys V32 optical grade extreme compound. And try to give it what I got. Try to stay away from the headlight as well. Take it up a notch. pad. What I ended up with. Pretty much most of the abrasions are gone, and we just stuck with the cracks and the paint chips. Finishing type of polish. Nothing too crazy. I'm using the same cutting pad, so like I said, this is not exactly, you know, don't follow my steps if you're trying to get a mirror shine, because the pad is probably caked on by now. But yeah, if you just need something, you know. Bruh. So guys, I've completed the buff out. Like I said, nothing too spectacular. However, that's the after. You know, we got away all of those little, you know, annoying abrasion marks, and we just left it with a couple of, you know, the areas where the paint just got destroyed. This is a side shot. Next, we're gonna get the car washed because those wheels are filthy. The whole car is actually filthy. It has a little salt grime on it, so we're gonna get that taken care of. And we're also gonna tackle this Toys for Tots sticker in the back. So it's time for this Toys for Tots decal to get off of the bumper so we can get it washed and I can have my car looking clean. Heat and strip. We're gonna go ahead and heat up the corners. Well, heat up the whole thing. I kind of like to take off a glove to kind of feel how hot I'm getting things, because this heat gun can really, you know, damage some stuff. Edge, take my finger, just have it pretty loose. Now we're just gonna, not too much because you don't want to stretch it, rip it, and go lightly so you don't break off so many pieces. Oh fuck. It's off, still have a little, it's off, still have a little residue, so I'm gonna go ahead and take some alcohol and get that bad boy off.